Hi everyone, it's Decent Turtle Dove. How are you all going? Today I thought I'd just do a little bit of crafting with you. I've been making some more embellishment boxes. I love altering and adding embellishments to all sorts of things, as you may know if you follow me. So I bought these 3D bookmarks. This one was really expensive. I was posting something at the post office for overseas, and these sunflowers caught my eye, and normally I only pay a couple of dollars for them, and this one was $5. I didn't even know until she put it through, but I thought, oh well, I've got them now, so I'll get them. But isn't that pretty? Look at that. So I thought I would stick these stickers on, well, bookmarks on the top of embellishment boxes. I've got two that I'll show you at the end, so stay tuned for that. So I just went ahead and prepared some things. I've been using, especially when it comes to sticking things on plastics, I've been finding that an all-purpose silicone is the best thing for this, and they will not budge. Whereas if I use hot glue, they can snap right off eventually. They don't really adhere to things like that much. Well, they do, but they're not going to last. So I like things to last. So I've been finding that is really, really handy. So I did this a few days ago, so I've let it dry. Just stuck it in the middle. And what I did for the little tassel at the end, I just take that off and pick a bead. Choose a really pretty bead that you would think that would go with it, and you just slide that right down and then put it back on. So that's what I've done here. Got two little blue pearly beads, and that just hangs really nicely on the side. Okay, so what I'm going to do next, I've already cut a piece of paper that coordinates with the front, just for the inside. Now you don't have to do the inside if you don't want to. Sometimes I do, most of the times I do, but sometimes I don't. And it's not perfect. The last one I did was actually a lot better. But I just sort of trace around, I put some paper down and close the box and then sort of trace around the edge, so I have a rough idea of what size it is. I mean, you can measure it, but they're sort of curved at the corners. So I'm just going to place that in. In fact, let's see if it fits around the other way better. Alright, I'm just going to slice off a tiny bit more. As you can see, this 3D bookmark was $1.50. And that was, I think, from the browsing. But I'll just give you a close look. I used to love these as kids. I still do. Some of them make you a little bit dizzy depending on what the pattern or the illustration is. But these ones are fine for me. So I'm just going to slice this, or cut through just a tiny bit off, just to see if that fits better. It's funny, the first one I didn't even have to try, and I got it right. And sometimes you just got to fiddle around. I'll put that on the top, that's better. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but okay, so what I'm going to do is get this silicone, just, that would be better if I put it on the paper. Now just doing it quite thinly, and just a little row in the middle. And then just press that down. And that will dry beautifully and really hold that on. So now I can just continue with decorating and embellishing the box on the lid. So I was thinking either framing this picture with some ribbon, I think I'll go for this elasticized, what's it called, ribbon, metallic elastic. It's beautiful. So I might do that. These are really fun to do. So I have my handy toothpick. Oh, this is a mini kebab stick actually. Be a bit scary if it was a toothpick. You can use toothpicks, but these are just a little bit bigger and a little bit more handy. So this is quite thick and gluggy, so even though it's going to take a little while for it to dry, they're not going to move. And I'm not going to worry so much about the corners because I can always put some embellishments on the top where I've cut, where you can see the ends. You put lace down or beads, anything really, just whatever you like. And I love sending these out as happy mail. The only downside is overseas. I mean, you have to pay a bit more just because of the bulk. But these make good gifts for friends as well. Just fill them up with anything you want. You could fill them up with food. Or jewellery, or just if you've got a crafty friend, just fill them up with some little bits of your favourite craft supplies. They're really, really great, I think. It's very early here in the morning, but it's not too early. I got up about 6 o'clock. And I've showered and everything because I'm going to do my grocery shopping this morning, but I was going to record this after grocery shopping, but I have some time before the shops open, so I thought I'll do this first. And after I've unpacked all my groceries, I have a fish tank, an aquarium, and I've got to do a water change, so probably works out better. Plus I'm nice and refreshed from my sleep. I get tired as the afternoon creeps up. So now I don't know if it's going to stick on the fabric if there's not a non-porous surface, so I might just what I'll do, I might just get some of my fabric glue, which I'm almost out, and I did order some more on Craft Online, and that I received that package yesterday, so I might do a bit of a craft haul, maybe a combined one, because most of the glues and things that I've run out of I ordered on Craft Online. I've got a couple of little things. That are non-glue. I should have thought ahead and tipped this upside down earlier, because it's fairly thick and gluggy and it takes a while to get to the bottom. But this is one of my favourite glues. I go through this a lot because I use a lot of fabrics and ribbons and things, but I cannot get this at Spotlight anymore. Spotlight are actually running out on quite a few supplies, and they're just not restocking like they used to. So it's a bit of a worry, and I ordered 2 from Craft Online, but only 1 came through. They refunded me the money. Plus these are $20 at Spotlight, and Craft Online I think they're about $9. So Spotlight are making a lot of money on their craft items. Right, I might leave that wrong side so I don't have to do that next time. Put it right to the edge so I don't see any of that paper underneath. Look at that. It's just pretty like that even. And just this last one. What I normally do when I cut ribbon too is I'll just get the little gas lighter and very quickly sort of seal the edges, but I find I don't have to do it with this one so much. It's more so things that fray with this satin type ribbon. One more. Fabric glue, just dab on either corner to make sure they're not going to go anywhere. Actually this one is fraying a little bit, so that's all it takes. Pull this knot up a little bit. There we go. So now I thought with the, actually I'll do that last, but this is a string of just flat backed little rhinestones, and I thought that would look nice just on the sides. Like so. So I'll do that last because I don't want that moving around while I'm working on the top if I did that first. So I have some beautiful ombre ribbon, yellow and golds, and I've done like a concertina fold and just sewn in the centre of that. I've got a whole lot of those in my craft stash, and I thought that would, even though I'm going to cover the little fish and some coral here, I thought that would make nice seabed coral, because I want the focus to be on the seahorses, of course. So I'm just going to put more of this fabric glue across and down the sides. Plenty at the bottom, and I'm going to leave the top half unglued so that I might want to tuck some embellishments in there. I'm not sure. So I'll put that down like that. Just press it down nicely. How's it looking, guys? Hopefully it's looking nice on camera. Now, I bought these from Daiso. Just some of the little fluffy balls. These have some iridescence on them. These are quite expensive, really, $2.85. Most items are at Daiso in Australia. And when you think something small like this, you can get them cheap as chips, you know, for sometimes $1.50, $2, but this is almost $3. Now, I was going to use one of my resin seahorses, but I think that takes away from, well, maybe it doesn't. I'm thinking it might take away from the seahorses in the centre, but if I maybe I can put one, no, makes the eyes go funny. I think I'll leave that one out. I do have a starfish. Which looks nice down the bottom there. So, because I'm gluing on the fabric, I'll use more of the fabric glue. Actually, it's just a matter of moving things around until you're happy with them. I think I'll put it down the bottom. Got to use that glue up. Every little bit of it. It's like gold at the moment. Before I throw the bottle out. That can sort of be tucked up the corner there. And I have all these little gems, the blue and yellow, that will look nice at the bottom here, I think. But I want to use one of these round resin pieces. There's like mermaid scales on there. They're absolutely gorgeous. Look at them. I'll put that one just in the middle. Use the silicone again. And turn that round so the scales are facing a certain way. Okay, so far so good. And let's put some of these, maybe these might be too big, I'm not sure. That's better. I think the big ones might be a little bit too big. So we'll use the medium size. There's all different blues, there's some small ones. Let's see how we go with those. Might gather them in this corner down the bottom. Now I think I might have to weight these down. This is probably where the hot glue might come in handy actually. But I haven't set that up, so I won't worry with that. I've got plenty of time for this to dry. I haven't been using my hot glue gun as much. I've got one there. Didn't see that. These have little iridescent hairs on them. They're very pretty. Just going to put plenty of glue on that. But yeah, because they're not going to dry for a while, I might have to wait before I put the trim along the sides. I might just set a book on that so that it sits nicely where I want. Just get some of the small balls. I think I'm finally running out, which means I can use my new one. Got the washing going on in the background as well. I've got a load of washing in the washing machine. So always busy doing something. Yesterday I bought one of those raised garden beds. I think it's about 1.5 meters wide, and because I want to plant my own tomatoes, just a couple of veggies, and some capsicum, or bell peppers, I think you call them in America. Don't have a lot of back garden, so I thought the raised garden bed would be nice. And yeah, I planted all my 4 tomatoes and 4 capsicum plants. And I have some strawberries, but I want to go and get one of those, the same type of garden bed, but a little circle. There we go. It's looking good. So next I might put some of these little gems around. So I've got a couple of these pale green flowers, and might use one of these larger gems. I can get 3 of those. And this is the medium size, and I've got a smaller one in the blue. And some yellow. Just put them around the right way so I know what's what. Get my pointy end now, and just randomly or precisely place them where you want. There goes my belly. I haven't had breakfast yet. That's one thing I have to. Might have some yogurt with some fruit before I go shopping, because if I go shopping hungry, I tend to buy more. Do you do the same thing? They say you shouldn't do that because you end up impulse buying. And yes, it's true, because suddenly everything looks so much nicer if you go shopping hungry. Might use another yellow one. Around the corner there. And I might use some of these small blue ones. And they can be bubbles. Used the wrong end. I have to sharpen this little wax pencil. I've broken it, so it's in probably 3 pieces. I don't know where the other piece is. Or pieces, I should say. I had to put a yellow one up here. Just got to be careful with the silicone because it can get very messy. It's like any type of glue. If you use too much or smear it, it's just going to look messy. So just got to be careful. something down the bottom again. So anyway, I will continue this off camera, but you get the idea. I still want to put something on those corners, but I think it looks really pretty, and I just love that 3D look. Now I'll show you the other two that I've already made. This one's obviously going to be a flower theme, sunflowers. These embellishment boxes I purchased from Daiso. Now this one's absolutely gorgeous. My daughter would love these because she has two conure parrots. Or she has one actually, not two. And she loves green like me. So I might put this away for a gift in the future. So I've just decorated with the sequin trim and the little ball trim here, and then put diamantes on there with some flowers. So it's pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't take too long to make. It's just the drying time, and then I've lined that with the contrasting colour, and I can still fill that up. So it's that one. Don't know if you get the effect on camera, but looks like they're moving. I was so mesmerised with these when I was younger, and of course I put a wooden bead on that one, so you can hang it that way or just lay it across like so. And this one, butterflies. And here I made a mistake. Well, it's not really a mistake, but I covered, there's a butterfly here in the corner, and I covered one of the wings with this flower, and I shouldn't have, because it actually looks like the butterflies on the top. But it still looks pretty. So I just put some pink ribbon trim around the edge with some beautiful iridescent pink diamantes and flowers. And this one I have some faux pearl beads in the pink. Didn't do anything on the outside of this one because it sort of flares out a little bit, and I didn't do anything on the side of this because I thought it was nice enough at the top. So and I still haven't put anything on the inside of that one, which I've just only realised that. So I'm going to, I've got plenty of paper to pick from. So that's it, guys. I will finish this off camera, and then I've still got my sunflowers to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video crafting with me. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.